For me, this is a diamond. It reminds me of my childhood and the golden time.
I was so excited to discover these films. My family had many photographs, but we lost them when we fled the Afghan wars as refugees. Most Afghans have no pictures of their past, nothing to show their grandchildren. It is a terrible gap in our lives. These films, kept safe for half a century, are the only ones I have ever seen that have, to me, the real one. A land full of life and hope. They tell a special chapter of our story that's almost forgotten. Half a century ago, an American, Glenn R. Foster from California, arrived in southern Afghanistan. A keen photographer in black and white and marvelous color. Glenn took his 16mm film camera through Kandahar and Helmand. He toured through villages and deserts. Sometimes he just let the camera run. Foster's family kept the films in a trunk at home, and they kept a reel of tape, noting his impressions as plain as the day he recorded them. Their calm and optimism surprises our 21st century heirs.
Welcome to the Kingdom of Afghanistan. I think the way to really see a country is to learn a little of the language and culture and really get to know the people. It usually turns out that a visitor receives the wrong impressions if he rushes about. Afghanistan will someday be on everyone's tourist list as a must, but the tourist of the future will not be able to see some of these things.
We tracked down Foster's assistant, now living on the far side of the world in America. He hadn't seen the films in 50 years.
او دا زما عکس دی دا زه یم پکښې کې دا زه یم په خپله په دا زینو کې خیږم همدا دی سربیر زه دلته راغلی یم دا نشته وایم ورته چې دپاره هلته نشته دی خلافت شاه ذل الله جلال الدین اکبر بادشاه غازی نشته کړی دی او دا په فارسي نشته ده او دا زه ورته ترجمه کوم دا ګلن فاسټر په انګریزي ورته وایم چې دا شی نشته سوی دی ولا هر وخت ښه وخت وی ښه زمانه و خصوصا دغه ګرد عمر مهذب خبرې کولې او په لار کې زموږ دا خلک پاته سو بعضې وخت ته ومنه دا غذای خلک دونه ښه مهمان نواز و دا شیدې او غوړي موږ ته زما په یاد دی موږ تلو دا کجکي ته یو وخت د ډوډۍ وخت سو دا راکول او ډېر مهمان نوازي کول خصوصا زما سره ګلن سره او ښه وخت مې لیدلی دی.
Even though there are masses of people, the country seems able to feed them all. Though their diet may not be abundant, you don't see the hunger that you do in some countries, and beggars are seldom seen. This is due in part by the reclamation projects instituted by the government. Bread sold in a bakery like this is very, very delicious. You may want a little something to go with your bread. Here you can buy a little mutton and be on your way.
The film filling with ideas. King Zahir, the last Afghan king, imagined a forward-looking country, united under one flag. All Asia was emerging from the Second World War. The old imperial power, Britain, in retreat. New countries were born. India and Pakistan, Afghanistan's most intimate neighbor. In 1956, Pakistan drew up its first constitution. It declared itself as something completely new, an Islamic republic. Mahtabuddin crossed the border into Pakistan to film the celebrations. The school children are queuing up for an orange as a gift. It was a time of moral ambition, of aspiration for all. Zahir Shah saw his country as at the heart of a modern Asia. Here he is, greeting the visiting president of Turkey, Jalal Bayar, in 1958. Zahir Shah cautiously opened up state and society. He reformed the army. He promoted Afghan National Independence Day, known as the Jashan.
دا زما فلمګیري ده او ما فاسټر نه و هلته کابل ته نه دي تللي زه تللی وم او دا ما زما دا فلمګیري ده ما دلته کیمره وړې وه یو سړي پروژه به مې ایښې وه دا فلم واخیستل او دغه خاطره